What do you think of the drink I made you there?
It's disgusting.
You're lucky you're drinking anything besides toilet water.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
That's vodka and lemon lime Gatorade.
Why do you always go before you say things?
Trying to be sexy.
It's not.
Beg to diff.
I talked to your girlfriend about it. She said it really bothers her.
Now, vodka Gatorade is a great idea. You hydrate yourself whilst getting drunk.
Whilst.
So it knocks out any hangover potential.
No, it doesn't really, though. I mean, there's still the potential for a brutal hangover.
Your mic's a little hot.
Yeah.
I think you're speaking too close to it, you stupid idiot.
Sorry. How's that? No.
It's probably better.
How's that? How's that?
Yours just sounds so much louder than mine.
Does it? How about that? How about that?
Okay. Sure.
Is that better?
Yeah. So you don't like it? Seriously.
No, I mean, it's not tasty. It's not delicious. I'd much rather have something else, to be honest with you.
Well, we're lucky that we're even here podcasting because I almost had to call it off.
Really? Why is that?
I had, I would say, a top 5 all-time toe stubbing incident about a half hour ago.
Wow.
And the thing is, when you stub your toe, the pain is so extreme that it's like you think you might have to go to the hospital, and then 30 seconds later you forget that it happened. Like, what is that?
But you didn't forget, did you?
No, but it hurt so bad right when it happened. I was just leaving the bathroom, and somehow I decided to smash my foot into the door frame. But it was so bad. I'm sitting there just furiously angry, just going, fuck. Like, I thought I was going to throw up. It hurt so bad.
Just by yourself in the house?
And I looked over, and the cat was staring at me. And that made it worse.
By the way, Big D has not one, but 2 cats. What a weirdo.
Okay, one cat's mine, one's my girlfriend's.
You all live together in harmony.
That's great. I'm ready for more animals.
In this shithole?
First of all, I haven't seen your crummy place, but I guarantee it's covered in dog hair. What do you have, 2 dogs?
No, just one. Sad news about the other one.
That's right.
God bless her soul.
Run over by an ice cream truck, eh?
No, a French bistro food truck in the backyard. It was real bad.
At least the last thing that she ever smelled was French fries.
Wait a minute. You really think that the French invented and make French fries in French?
McDonald's is a French restaurant.
Classic French cuisinerie.
Yeah.
Cuisinerie. So did you hear about this? The guy who got rescued out of the chimney trying to rob a house, and he got stuck in the chimney.
Come on.
Swear to God.
Where? Explain this one.
Atlanta. Atlanta authorities say that a teenage would-be burglar was pulled from a chimney after being stuck there for more than 10 hours. What a fucking idiot.
Oh my God. Dude, if I was stuck in a chimney for 10 minutes and I had a cyanide pill, I would fucking take that shit. Can you imagine being stuck in a chimney? Because I'm guessing his arms were pinned down too. How did they even get him out?
There's a picture of it online. I'm looking at it right now. He doesn't look like he was very comfortable.
Oh, and you're in a chimney, so you're surrounded by thick brick. You're screaming, and your arms are pinned down to your side. It's dark in there.
Oh my God.
Then night. What if it started raining?
I mean, he could have died in there. A neighbor heard him through the chimney on the outside of the house.
Wow.
Isn't that, I mean.
Oh, what if they started a fire?
I'm sure they would have heard him by the time. I mean, I would have continued the fire even if I heard him and he was in my house. I'd be like, oh, made a mistake there.
Yeah, I would be like, what were you trying to do, pal? I'm guessing you weren't going to deliver Christmas gifts. That guy will never try to rob a house again.
Yeah, right. He will.
No.
It's in Atlanta. That's his job.
10 hours in a chimney is the worst thing I could possibly imagine. That's akin to being buried alive and stuck in a coffin. I almost wish you hadn't told me that because now I feel like I'm going to have a nightmare where I'm stuck in a chimney.
I'm happy that I have the power to give you nightmares.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Dude, did you have any Taco Bell this week?
Twice.
Did you really?
Swear to God.
Oh my God!
I know.
That's a dirty little secret.
I know. It's I can't help it. I pass it sometimes, and it's dinner time, and I just veer right in.
Wow. Honestly jealous. Honestly jealous.
Well, but you're not jealous of this body.
No, nobody is.
That's not true.
Chris Kringle isn't jealous of that body.
I'll tell you who's.
Emmanuel in Mexico isn't jealous of that body. You've seen him, right?
No, Emmanuel,
the 1,200-pound guy.
No.
But speaking of fat pigs like you and Manny, I
Real nice.
One of my favorite stories that I've seen in the last couple of weeks. I was reading this thing. A dude who works at Taco Bell was picking through the trash, the dumpster at Taco Bell.
Okay.
It was like a low, a minimum wage employee was picking through it.
Why?
And he finds a lottery ticket. So he's like, okay, I'm so low here that I'm picking through trash. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep this and cross-reference this against the lotto numbers. Checks it against the lotto numbers. Has 4 numbers and the fucking Powerball, right?
Wow.
Someone threw out their lotto ticket, I'm assuming accidentally.
Oh, yeah.
And he got 250 G's.
250 G's?
Yeah. Quarter
Holy shit.
You're making $7 an hour making gorditas.
Why is he going through the garbage? Did anybody ask him why he's going through the trash at Taco Bell?
He was looking for recyclables to get the refund. So he was just after work he would go into the dumpster and snag out the recyclables and then bring them home and return them.
Recycle, people. That's what you
think about. This
happen
though.
to you.
I guarantee there was a moment where he thought like, why would I take this lottery ticket home? Like clearly the person checked it, they threw it out. I guarantee he almost didn't take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that goes through everybody's. I mean,
what a great feeling when he found out he won.
My God, can you believe what's that like? I mean, freaking out.
I know. So $250,000. Would you? I have a suitcase, $250,000.
Yeah,
cash, and it's tax free. Like the government, along with the suitcase, is a waiver from the IRS that says this is yours, tax free. Spend it as you like.
Okay.
Put it in the bank. Do whatever you want. $250,000. In a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
I'm naked.
Okay.
Now, but you have to be stuck, arms pinned at your side, in a chimney for 24 hours, and it's sprinkling.
For $250,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'm guaranteed safe recovery.
You're guaranteed nothing, except that you'll spend 24 hours in a chimney.
No, so you're saying I just accidentally get stuck in a chimney?
No, it's monitored. Like, listen, I'm the one playing this game, so I'm going to stick you in a chimney.
If it was you, I wouldn't do it.
No, but seriously, do you think, like, could you do it? Would you do it?
Yeah. No.
And here's the thing: there's no clause where you can be like, get me out, and you get rescued and you get nothing. It's once you go in, you're there for 24 hours. There's no escape.
I would do it. 100%.
Really?
100%. Yeah. Wait, $250K tax free?
Yeah.
24 hours? Absolutely. I would do it. Are you offering me this? I will do it if you will offer me this.
That's interesting. What about what I was going to do was lower the money, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is
no, $250K is the minimum. I wouldn't do it for any less.
So, okay, here's the same deal. $250,000. I have it right here. And I go, you know what, dude? I'm sorry. My boss just texted me. I can't do it for the 24 hours. I'm going to need you in there for 36.
No.
36 hours?
No, wouldn't do it.
It's only 12 more.
I mean, 12 more hours
Just stay for the 12.
No, I'm not doing the 12. The 12 is way too many.
After 24 hours, you're going to start to like it.
No, what about food and shit, man? Taking a shit.
After 24 hours, we'll lower you down a Big Mac on a string, and you can take a bite of it.
There's a Big Mac involved?
Yeah. Do you want your arms pinned down at your side or pinned up over your head?
Well, they would have to be down, because if they were up, I would eventually lose feeling and to my fingertips and hands, and I would really start to freak out.
By the way, speaking of that, I cannot find a position to sleep in that does not result in me waking up with one of my arms completely asleep.
So
I can't figure it out. I've tried everything.
Let me ask you something, because I do this. Do you ever, when that happens and it's just completely numb from the shoulder down, just kind of put it in front of your face and wave it around like an elephant trunk?
It's the worst. I haven't done that, but I
should try it.
But what you have to do is you have to reach over with your live arm and grab it and use your live arm to move your arm around until it wakes up. And it can take up to like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as when you're sitting and you don't realize that your leg falls asleep, and then you stand up and you actually take a fall in front of people, because that's happened to me before.
Were you on the toilet?
No, I was in an office on a chair. Yeah, got up, fell right into the part between cubicles. So multiple people saw.
Super embarrassing and gross, especially because you're fat.
I wasn't fat at the time, and I'm still not that fat. God, I hate you.
No? You're not?
Should we get a scale in here? Do you want to see how much I weigh? Should we do a BMI?
I'm not interested in weight. I'm interested in body fat percent.
Well, let's do a body mass index.
I can tell you what you are. You're about 30.
By the way, I'm not 30. Anyways.
So have you ever had both arms fall asleep?
I don't think I'd get out of bed if that happened.
I had both arms. I fell asleep. I was pretty drunk, and I fell asleep face down with both of my arms pinned underneath me. And I woke up, and my room is pitch black. And so I wake up, and I'm like, oh, my God. And I couldn't figure it out. And I have no free arm to shake the other arm because they're both fucked. So I jump out of bed, and I run into the center of the room, and I just start moving my upper torso to flop the arms
like
around.
Dancing.
Yeah, I'm essentially dancing with these dead arms flopping all over. And then my girlfriend wakes up and flicks on the light, and she just sees me in the middle of the room, just in my underpants, just flopping around at 5 a.m. on a work night. And she's just like... And so then I had to convince her that this isn't something that I do all the time. Like, she didn't believe that my arms were asleep.
She just immediately suspected that this is something you've been doing behind her back every morning.
Well, no, she just goes, why are you dancing? And I said, oh, no, my arms were asleep. And she was like, don't believe you. And just flicked the light off and went back to bed.
Oh, that's not very nice. Sounds like you have either had or have a shitty relationship. I'm not sure if that's...
It's the current one. And it's not shitty.
No, it's wonderful. Speaking of flailing arms, did you hear about this guy in Long Island who crashed into a police cruiser, and then when he got out of the car, he had a shirt on that said, "I'm not an alcoholic, I'm drunk"?
Oh, man.
Do you think he got arrested, or do you think they let him off?
No, they definitely arrested him. By the way, when you have that shirt, the one thing you can't do is crash into a police cruiser.
I mean, you could do anything else, and not get heavily scrutinized.
No, but it's also like, it's such a dumb, stupid thing to do, is wear T-shirts with slogans.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming this was probably on the part of Long Island where it's all like scumbags.
Well, this guy's a total scumbag. I'm looking at him right now.
What's he look like?
Kind of like me. No, just kidding. But he does have a not very well grown in mustache with a huge gap. And as do I.
So do I as well. I can't connect.
I can't connect either. I can barely grow. At least, by the way, that one time you shaved your face and had no facial hair, I couldn't even. You looked like a bald rat.
It's because you got used to me with the beard.
No, I mean, you.
No. I look dope.
But I had the cheered. I've had the cheered the whole time. And
oh my God! And you looked a million times better without it.
Are you serious? Like,
yeah.
I thought I looked like a baby's butt.
No. You actually looked like a human. And
what do I look like now? Then
you're ugly.
You said that I was like a 5.
With the beard, you're a 5. Without, you're a 6. And that's
it only goes up 1 point.
It's still 20%.
What are you?
Probably a 9. What would you say?
Oh man,
Come on.
I would give you a 5, maybe.
No.
A 5. I would give you a 5.
Stop it.
A 5 or a 6. That's my honest opinion of your looks.
Listen, yelling isn't a reason. If you're a 6, what would you say I am? Come on, and be. Let's be real. Don't be.
If you're better looking than me. I mean,
so
if
you're a 6, then
you're probably a 7.
15%. Come on.
I like how you knew I was going to say 7. Calculated it beforehand in your head.
Didn't need to. Perfect SATs.
Okay, so you think you're a 9.
Math.
Okay.
No, of course I don't. Brad Pitt's a 9.
Well, so then all there is like an 8 and a 7. So
I would say that I'm probably a high 6.
So now you've divided each number.
There's high, middle, and low. Here's the problem for me. I'm not tall.
No, you're a real short
I'm
idiot.
5'10".
You're tiny.
But tall guys...
5'10" is the average American height.
Tall guys get... It's so unfair. Because you can be tall and very mediocre and kind of stupid, and you'll still get a lot of chicks.
Well, so,
I hate that. I fucking hate tall people.
You don't. So you don't get chicks, is what you're saying?
Oh no, I do. I do real well, boy.
I thought you had a girlfriend.
I do.
But you get chicks too?
No, I'm just saying.
Ooh, that's real bad.
In my life, in my past, I'm. Oof.
You've got all kinds of diseases.
Girls can't stay away from me. Didn't even see that. When did this come through? Got something from the Geico fax machine. Check Geico for a free quote on car insurance or jet ski insurance. I actually do use them for my jet ski insurance.
You don't have a jet ski.
But I go jet skiing, and I did break my tailbone jet skiing last year.
So now you have jet ski insurance?
Yeah, just for if I get hurt jet skiing.
Which you go bi-yearly?
I go about once every 2 years.
How much is... All right, just carry on.
The premium's $1.50 a month.
Okay.
I did break my tailbone jet skiing last year. Remember that?
No,
when I was standing at my desk.
No, I don't remember that.
I had to rig my desk so that I could stand for it was like a month and a half.
Ugh, that sounds so miserable.
Dude, it was so embarrassing. Worst injury ever.
That sounds like one of the worst.
Well, you broke your butt.
You can't sit. I mean, not even on a donut. Dude, the donut doesn't even work for that, does it?
No. And I didn't even get one because that's insanely embarrassing. Because if someone sees the donut, they just assume you had hemorrhoid surgery.
It's like when I was constipated and I had to come back to the office with Miralax or whatever the fuck that Metamucil. Good product though. But
okay, so from the Geico.com fax machine, Chris in Minneapolis. Interesting question, actually. He wants to know, Retep, is specifically for you. Okay. Which one of these would you rather do? Spend a night in pitch black ocean water that's up to your chin. And he says 8 hours. From sunset to sunrise. Pitch black ocean up to your chin. Spend a night doing that.
All right.
Right?
Right.
Or would you rather spend the night canoeing?
Well, that sounds fun.
No. Down a river in Africa that's known for being infested with hippopotamus. So it sounds to me like the idea here is one's probably a little scarier because you're submerged in water, but you're not guaranteed anything's there. Mm-hmm. Whereas on the canoe trip, you know that there's a shitload of hippopotamus everywhere. It's dark. You don't know where they are. They could flip your boat.
I mean, I guess the first option is that I am in. Am I actually in the ocean?
Yeah, you're in the ocean, but you have to wade out to the part where you're up to your chin deep, and you have to spend the night there from sunset to sunrise.
I mean, so I'm under all the elements of the ocean, all the power of the waves and everything. Like, am I at the mercy of the tides and everything?
It sounds to me like waves are not a big concern here. It's more the unknown of not knowing what's beneath you in the water.
No, that wouldn't concern me. The thing I would be, because if that was the case, if I was just concerned about what was beneath me, obviously I would take the ocean. The ocean.
Really?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not canoeing with fucking these vicious hippos.
But at least you're in a canoe. You're above water here.
No, I'm not. I don't think anything's coming at me at neck deep level in the ocean at night. I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of getting swept out by the tide. I mean,
yeah. That's a good point. I mean, hippos are so vicious and huge.
Yeah. I looked up a picture of a hippo. I was like scared just looking at it. It can open its mouth like half the size of my body. It could just crunch me in there.
It can open its mouth to 180 degrees.
It's insane.
It's unbelievable.
It's
By the way, what's it eating that's that big?
I don't know.
Your throat's still only the size of a softball, you fucking fat fuck.
And I mean, does it eat meat? I don't even know. Or does it just attack?
Well, you know what hippos are known for.
What?
They do a lot of chewing tobacco.
That's a lie.
No, they do.
Really?
A lot of leukoplakia.
I knew that. They're the ones who invented it and gave it to humans.
Yeah, in Jamestown.
In New England. Where
I can't wait to have kids so I can just teach them all this. All these garbage facts. I was in first grade, Mrs. LeMay's class.
Okay.
And it was freezing out. And I was like trying to, leave the house without mittens. I lived a block from my first grade school.
Uh-huh.
And my dad goes, put your gloves on. It's really cold. I said, well, how cold is it? And he said, it's -40. And I went, oh my God. And I put my gloves on.
It was like 100 out.
No, it was like 2. Okay, but
that's still cold.
In November. So it was like a cold day.
Yeah.
And so then Mrs. LeMay said, and it's cold out today. How cold do you guys think it is? And I raised my hand and I go, actually, know exactly how cold it is. It's -40. And she just went, stop joking around.
So you're like traumatized by this moment.
Because it was really like 2, but I was 6.
So you blatantly lied to her?
Well, funny thing, we had a poster on the wall in my first grade class of SeaWorld. It was a SeaWorld poster where, have you seen where the orca whale shoots up out of the water and the guy stands on its nose?
Yeah, the real famous one.
Yeah. So we had that poster on my wall in first grade, and I was just like sitting there looking at it, and my teacher was standing next to me, and I just pointed at the picture and just went, that's what my grandpa does. and she just looked at me and goes, stop lying, Patrick.
Well, I mean, so you were always a liar.
So I went over to Target to just get a bunch of shit,
The department store?
Yeah.
Oh,
cat food and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
And so I saw there was a woman pushing a stroller with like a 3-year-old in it, and then there was like a 5-year-old with them. I think it was hers.
That's what you have to look forward to in life, by the way. All right. So
she spanked him.
Both of them?
No, the 5-year-old. She spanked him in Target. And so here's what she did. She got down on one knee, like almost like Tim Tebow style. She got down on one knee, and the leg that was up, she bent the kid over the leg, just like right in like the men's underwear section.
Is that right?
And she gave him a couple quick wallops on the buns.
Wow.
And he started crying his eyes out. It was fucking great. There's nothing quite like the threat of just a fucking hand just smacking you as hard as it can in the ass. I'd probably be stealing cars right now had I not been routinely spanked by my dad.
Instead, you're just a huge liar with no morals.
Yeah, exactly. But I was, so we had this coffee table. We had this old couch, a little TV, and a chair. My brother Dominic would sit in the chair, and then my mom and dad and my brother Joe would sit on the couch.
Uh-huh.
And there was a coffee table, a long, narrow coffee table in front of the couch, and I didn't really have a sitting place. I would just like sit on someone's lap or whatever. And
was this when you were like 17?
No, this was last Christmas.
When you were like 32 or whatever you are, 29,
30 now, pal. 30
oh,
now.
Sorry, I forgot. The big 30.
So they're there, and I didn't really have a sitting place, but I was all amped up, I was geeked up on some Mountain Dew. But I was probably 5, and so we had a cat. And so I was crawling in circles around the coffee table, and I was crawling over everyone's legs. I was just doing laps around the coffee table, crawling and meowing. Crawling, going, meow.
We all did crazy shit like that when we were kids.
And by the way, like in my mind, it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Like I could not believe how hilarious and great it was, and I thought I was going to be rewarded at the end with a nutty buddy.
A nutty buddy.
So I'm crawling around. And I crawl over my dad's feet, and I make the turn, and he says, if you crawl over my feet again, you're getting spanked.
Yeah.
And so rather than take that, as a serious threat, I just coyly look back over my shoulder.
Like a dumb kid,
Just look back over my shoulder and go, and then just keep crawling around the table, step over my mom's feet, step over my brother's feet, go to step over my dad's feet, and I just get lifted up by the back of my pants. Just one move right up onto the knee. the two hardest spanks I ever got.
Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed, and it hurt so bad. I just ran up to my room and cried like a little fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But like I feel like that was an important moment in my life. Like I was 5 years old, and I learned like
it seems
respect adults.
You
like,
remember it
respect
vividly.
people,
It's
and take threats seriously, and like there are consequences. Like don't ruin everyone's fucking night when they're trying to watch Jeopardy.
You live in a lot of fear. I've noticed. I mean, you're very
terrified of everything.
You are. You live in a lot of fear, and it's
what other way is there to live?
Well, I mean,
it's a scary thing.
You could
being
live in
a human.
No, I mean you could live blissfully. And you're the one that
Really?
told me today to buy the $25 lobster roll because hey, like you gotta live. You gotta do what you're gonna do.
But that's part of living in fear, which is knowing that every night could be the night that the rabid bat flies through the window and bites you on the toe, and you don't know it, and then you die of rabies.
I mean, a rabid bat could be flying around in this shithole you live in.
Well, you understand that every night could be the night that the homeless guy decides to stab you with a piece of glass. You know what I mean? Do you think the woman who got her face ripped off by Travis the baboon thought that was going to be the day that her face got ripped off? No. Do you think that she's glad that she chinsed out and didn't get the lobster roll and instead got the hot dog?
No, she's not thinking about that at all, unless she listens to this podcast, which she won't because...
Well, the point is always live in fear.
That's why me and you differ. That's where me and you differ, my friend.
Well, yeah, because you got in a motorcycle accident. You have a fucking titanium peg leg. You're not fucking James Dean.
I don't have a peg leg. And why
have a
is
stiff
James
leg
Dean?
And you can barely run?
That's not true. Why
you want to go race?
Why would I want to race you? I can run just fine.
Can you?
I can. Let me tell you what I can do good, Big D.
What?
I can beat your face in like a gorilla on a kangaroo.
Where and when would you do this?
Right
with
now.
a stiff leg.
I would do it right now.
Laughable, not with that
Listen,
leg.
listeners, if you want to see me and Big D have a fist fight, throw it in the suggestion box on the side there. If one person puts it in,
one person
if one person who I don't know, who isn't a friend of ours, puts it in the suggestion box, it'll go down.
Retep, can you take off your headphones for a sec? So, if anyone wants to see me slice Retep's face with a shard of glass, just put it in the suggestion box. But you can put your headphones back on. Cool.
I don't know what you said, but it was probably a lie because you're a big liar, and
Okay, you're clearly drunk.
I know it's really gone downhill. We got to end this today.
Again. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We've asked a big time producer. I don't want to say his name because that's not what it's about. But he's produced a couple huge national radio shows. Ones where you know the people's names. But he's produced those for years, and we've asked him, and it seems like he's gonna quit his current show in New York, move out here, and produce this podcast. And I think he'll be on with us next week.
He's so busy. He was supposed to be here tonight. Couldn't make it.
Yeah, no, it's because it's because he has to deal with the.
All right. Yeah, I get it. It's still not. It's still a shitty thing to do.
He's still got his contract. He has to get out of his contract with Boward Byrne.
He better be good. All right, that's all I'm saying. I've never actually met the guy. Big D says I've heard of him, never met him. Big D says he is the bees to his knees.
He's top three. But that being said, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed spending time with you, Retep.
I've not enjoyed. All right, I enjoyed.
I would appreciate it if you could get the fuck out of my apartment right quick.
Fuck you.